I'm good to go if you guys are.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
Let's go.
All right. Well, with that being said, hello and welcome to the Cabros podcast. I am David, and as usual, I'm welcomed by my friends and co-hosts, Barndor,
That's me.
Cyrus,
I'm also a barn door.
and Oscar.
The bathroom is. I wouldn't go in there for a while. I wouldn't go in the
Oscar is back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes. We're missing Colton this week, but we got a special guest today. Mady, welcome. Thank you for
Hi.
joining us.
No, thanks for having me.
Maddie's a long friend that we've
Exciting.
known from high school.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, Mady, hold your hand. We have a ceremonial knife here that we have to draw blood just for the Cobb brothers.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm
Yep.
It's episode
Yeah.
44. We finally have female representation.
crazy. I'm honored.
Yes.
Yours.
Diversity.
That's what we care about here at Cobb Bros.
No. Well, hello. Well, welcome all. How are you guys doing today?
It's been a night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has
It's
been
been a very fun night.
Yes,
Yeah.
We had
Um,
good
It
times.
is late as hell.
Yeah, it is.
We got together about 5 hours ago now. Yeah. No, 6 hours ago.
I
now.
was
Yeah.
I got here at like 3:20, and then I looked at my phone and you said, let's push it to 3:30, 3:40, and I was like, oh, okay.
Fuck.
I was just chilling in my car, and then Sophie came out. She was like, hey. I was like, oh, I didn't know anyone was home.
Oh, wow.
I find that entertaining because usually, you're like, oh, I'm a little bit late. It's
I'm
okay.
usually
Oh,
the
you're the
last one
first
here,
one
yeah.
here.
I pulled up and I was like, David's truck's not here. Oh, okay.
I was at the theater, so I showed up like 40 minutes late.
I've been here
Yeah.
longer than I'm usually at work.
Shoot.
Alright, so you're putting in your
Putting hours in,
40
son.
hours
I'm not
today,
getting
bud.
paid.
There
I got chicken wings though, so it's
That's
worth
good.
it,
There you
yeah.
go.
you go.
Yeah. You went and saw a movie.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Spoilers.
Dude, it's crazy. In the first 5 minutes,
Fucking
he's jumping
amazing.
across universes, and he's got like the sick ponytail, and he fucks Sandy.
Wow, that's fucking nuts. That's gonna be a blockbuster for sure.
I'm not gonna explain why that's funny, but that's just hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty lightning.
It was pretty fucking crazy.
That'll be one to see then, huh?
Dude.
It was pretty good,
Yeah, Dom fucking dies at the beginning, dude.
dude.
I knew it.
I can't
Every
believe it.
time.
Yeah.
Always bringing Dom.
How much do you think all the emulsion was worth?
I can't count that high.
Space is a crazy thing. The Avengers have been about the best fucking franchise
series, yeah.
we've seen in a long time, though. You know, their movies always deliver. It keeps you there and it keeps you excited.
I just love how they're all connected. Like they
Yeah.
don't just fall. Like it's one world. Like you're watching like this whole world unfold in front of you.
Yeah, and man, Marvel over the last couple of years have delivered
Dominated.
some just
Dominated scene.
A+
Yeah.
movies. It's been crazy. What's your guys' favorite Avengers movie? Which
Not
one of them?
Eternals.
No.
Favorite Avengers movie or MCU
No,
movie?
Avengers
Avengers.
specifically.
So like of the four
Four,
Avengers.
And why?
Endgame.
Endgame?
It is the literal perfect like cap to a story. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
What
Uh,
captured you the most? What like okay, like this is amazing.
Just like personally, but we saw that movie before Ellie was born, but now every time watching that movie, just like the scene when Tony Stark's just
Spoilers. Just say real quick.
You've had 3 years. It's over.
It's your fault.
The scene
Yeah.
when he figures out time travel and he's like shit, and Morgan's just shit, and he's
yeah. Yeah.
like Ellie's starting to copy shit like that now.
Oh wow.
You know what's hilarious?
Oh, it's personal.
It just strikes a core like that.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
hilarious
that's awesome.
because in that scene where he discovers time travel, he says, "Can I get the eigenvalue of that?" And I was
He's
doing
the-
linear
the
algebra.
Mobius strip inverted.
Yeah,
Inverted
and then he
Mobius
said
strip.
eigenvalue, and I was taking linear algebra, and I was like Leonardo DiCaprio, where he's snapping.
There it is.
I know what he's talking about.
That's funny. Yeah, that was a damn good movie and a really good scene. And his connection with his daughter like made you, it was a special connection for sure. It was sentimental. And Robert Downey Jr. is a hell of an actor.
He is Iron Man.
Iron Man
like
is
how- like how,
legendary because of him.
How Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow. He
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Iron Man.
That's fair.
Like I don't see any other actor being Iron Man.
But he's done right. He's done doing with
Yeah.
like with Marvel and
He
stuff.
Iron-
has
unless
said
they
he's
do-
not coming back for
Oh.
Jack Sparrow. He's like
Yeah, John.
actively not
Yeah,
coming
he will
back.
never do another
Oh,
movie
yeah.
for Disney.
I don't blame him.
No,
I wouldn't
It would
either.
go
Yeah.
fast to drop him.
There was an accusation. It blew up on Twitter, and they were like, "You did what? There's no proof. Fuck you. You're not Jack Sparrow anymore." And he's like, "Excuse me,
didn't.
I built that character."
Yeah.
Right. Who is he without him?
I literally have a tattoo on my arm because I made that character, and that's what the fucking character had on his arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to get that tattooed too. The fucking sparrow with the
Yeah.
sunset.
Yes.
Mhm.
Dude,
Fine.
that'd be cool.
I love it.
Well, I went to a vape shop one time and the cashier had that tattoo. He literally had the fucking sparrow like thing, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, that's fucking amazing."
You
So
guys
my-
get go ahead.
So my favorite Avengers movie is Infinity War because I thought it was hilarious when they all got zapped away at the end, and then it ended, and I was like, oh, it actually wasn't that funny.
Dude, honestly, when we went and saw it, we saw it like a week after it came out. There's about half the theater was full, and it was normal like reactions. But then that ending scene, it was dead silent.
Yeah,
it was
it was-
dead silent. And then
the
everyone got
movie.
out, and no one talked. And everyone was just walking out. Me and Sadie walked out, and we were just like,
What
"Oh
the
my
fuck?
fucking god!"
Yeah, it was a shell shocker.
Come with me. This is no place to die. Fucking dies.
Fucking God.
I noticed that too. He's like, there's no place to die, and she goes, oh, ashtray.
Yeah, that was a hell of a scene.
So
That's the best way to end a movie.
man, I saw Endgame twice. I saw it with Oscar on opening night because my buddy gave me tickets,
Okay.
and then I saw it with my family on Saturday. When Tony dies at the end,
Yeah.
it was worse the
Spoilers,
second
dude.
time.
Oh, yeah.
it was
Yeah.
way worse the second
Spoilers, yeah,
time.
spoilers.
Especially when you see like when he goes like a million things. Is this the one? He's like, I can't tell you. And then everything's coming down to the wire, and he looks at him. He's just,
One.
he's like, there has to be one. He's like, fuck, I'm the one.
It took him
Yeah.
like 8 movies to
Yeah.
go, I am
He
Iron
looks at
Man.
his hand
Yeah.
and realizes I'm the only one that built a gauntlet into my suit. Fuck. Like, he did it to himself.
But the screenplay was just
So good.
fucking good. Yeah,
Mhm.
it kept you in, and it was so magnifying, and it really grabbed your emotions and
You're
played with
invested.
them. Yeah,
You so
you're
you felt it. You were
absolutely
there.
Invested. It was great. Yeah. What was your favorite out of the Marvels?
It was Endgame. It's gotta be because
Yeah?
like my favorite scene was like when both the armies were rushing toward each other, and
Okay.
like just hearing the new music and then seeing them crash, like just like thinking like as they were charging, thinking back to like looking at all these characters, seeing all the movies that they've all been in, and seeing them all like be there for a one time for this like the grand hurrah. I was like,
Crazy.
fucking amazing.
Yeah,
so
it was
sick.
pretty amazing.
That and when Captain America grabbed Mjolnir,
Yeah.
I shit myself.
Yeah.
I shit myself.
You know,
I mean,
I knew it.
I don't know if anybody's gonna say it, but I've seen Ultron once, and the only scene I remember from that movie is when he's trying to pick up Mjolnir. That's
Huh.
it. That's it.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've seen that one, honestly.
That
Oh
was
man,
really good.
I think it's forgettable because I don't remember a single.
Age
thing
of
about
Ultron.
I'd have to
really
It
watch
was just
again.
like the next Avengers movie to show like kick-assness.
I think
Okay.
the
Pretty
beginning
much.
of it is pretty fast paced. The middle of it's really good, and then the ending is like, oh,
It's over.
Oh,
that was really dramatic.
that was the one
and
with
that happened.
that was when Quicksilver died too. I
Yeah.
forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
yeah, when Wanda's brother died.
Too bad.
RP. Spoilers also for that one.
Well, not for the homies.
Yeah.
Spoiler the movie that came out our
7 years ago.
sophomore year.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
7 years.
I'd have
Our
to go with
sophomore year.
Oh,
I'd probably
my
go
God.
with Infinity War when they're storming
Man, 5
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was just
Oh.
it was a
Seeing them two run up
Crazy
first
moment.
before everybody else was
Yeah.
still fucking sick.
Yeah, it
I'm like,
was,
oh,
dude.
shit.
I was getting just like in the mode,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I'd go with Infinity War. But yeah, that was a great movie too, you know. Both of them shared great aspects for sure, and it was fun. Like I said, it kept you invested,
Mhm.
you know, like you said, rather. But yeah, Maddie, what about you?
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm really not the biggest Marvel person.
All right, that's all right.
Doors over here.
I know you're right. I
Thanks for
also
joining
myself
us.
out.
We hate to see
I
it leave.
love me some Guardians. They're
Oh, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy counts.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That totally counts.
Is Deadpool up there also?
He's not in the
Where is he?
MCU yet.
No.
Yeah.
He's a Marvel
Forget
movie
I
yet.
mentioned him, but he, Ryan Reynolds, obviously.
Yeah, that counts.
Hysterical.
Man
Yeah,
Candy.
that's also another actor
Also
that became the
very
character.
Man Candy, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna apply it like I'm gonna apply it like I have every week. Moon Knight is basically Deadpool. If you
I've
haven't
heard
seen
that
it,
before.
if
I
you
have
haven't seen
heard
it,
that
check out
comparison
Moon Knight.
made
Okay.
before.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. I'd recommend it. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but
No.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm an ignoramus.
no,
Splendid.
I love those movies as well. Guardians of the Galaxy will always hold a special place in my heart. That man has got a great ass, and he plays a great character too.
Yeah.
Great
Yes,
buttocks,
Chris
dude.
Fantastic.
I thought you were talking about
Did that-
Drax.
Yo, is
Hey, Drax too, man.
Smack it.
That thick mama.
Yeah.
Anyways.
The
No.
music selection in those movies are
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy has
Yeah.
got about the best
Killer.
soundtrack I've heard in a long
So
time
good.
in a movie.
You know,
Yeah.
the director of both of those movies
Ooh,
also
shut
directed the live-action Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh,
No
really?
way.
Yeah,
James Gunn?
I shit myself.
Yeah, I shit
I shit myself. I do a lot of shit.
Literally shit.
Okay.
man.
I
Okay,
shit myself,
but Iron
bro.
Man's security guard does all the Avengers movies, right? What's his name? Happy?
Kevin
Happy.
Feige.
He directed Iron Man 2 and 3 or 1 and 2.
Okay,
One of
okay.
he directed 2 of them, I think.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy that played Happy, he was the director in 2 of them.
That's
One or two of
wild.
them.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Iron Man 2 for sure, but he was a producer or a director on one of the other ones.
and he wasn't involved in Avengers, so I was wrong there. Or was he?
He might have been a producer or something in it.
Well,
Avengers,
time to
but
pull the keyboard out, boys.
yeah, he was.
Keyboard warrior.
I think I can say for certain he was a director of Iron Man 2.
Okay.
But
Okay.
he might have directed one of the other ones, but I could be wrong.
So have any of you seen the new Suicide Squad?
No.
With
Yeah,
the one with Idris Elba, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Idris Elba is in it and John Cena.
It's
It's
I
directed by
heard it's great.
it's directed by James Gunn. It's
That was fucking
wonderful.
Hilarious.
Because Pete Davidson's in it. For
The fucking
Yeah.
King Shark.
Hilarious.
Nom nom.
Yeah. So that shark is spoken by Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, it's Sylvester
Because-
Stallone.
The best part was watching the whole movie and going, "Oh, I can't wait to see the credits and see who did it," and then seeing Sylvester Stallone's name pop up. Like, why is he more coherent as a shark than he is as a person?
Okay,
He's
but
talking slower.
I haven't played shark. That's probably why we didn't know. He's probably talking about it, but we didn't know.
Well, it's like the people that have stutters. They stutter when they're talking, but then they can sing perfectly.
Yep.
It's like that.
Because their mind, it's just focused on one
It's a
thing.
completely different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking and singing are two different things, so they're able to overcome it
Have
and
you
focus
guys-
on one.
have you guys seen his Hulu movie? Not the King of Staten Island, the other one.
Rocky.
No,
Rambo.
no,
Pete
no.
Davidson,
Pete Davidson. Sorry.
Ariana Grande.
Where he plays the older brother, or no, he plays. I don't know. He plays a really good character.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it's a really good movie, and I checked it out the other night by chance and just really enjoyed it. I can't remember.
I heard
what
that
it's called.
too.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of bottles breaking and shit. Oh man,
I thought I heard glass breaking.
that's
Yeah.
what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Concerned.
Yeah. that was
I was like,
loud.
what did Myra do now?
Oh,
So the homeboy that directed the first 3 Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, he directed the newest Doctor Strange movie, Sam Raimi.
Oh,
That's amazing. Okay.
Huh, that's interesting.
Pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that one for sure.
My only critique of the movie is it kind of has the same plot as Enter the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
the animated Miles Morales movie.
Okay.
Oh.
It's a little bit of the same Z plot,
Seems easy.
but it's okay because it's still good.
Because it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
They made it work. Well, I mean, at least they made a good movie out of it.
It just makes you wonder if Marvel's gonna run out of steam here soon because now with the Avengers over, they're banking heavily on their series on Disney Plus.
Right.
But also
right.
doing they're banking on Doctor Strange as well.
Yeah.
So the prelude to watching Doctor Strange is, of course, watch Doctor Strange. You need to watch the last Spider-Man movie and WandaVision.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to watch WandaVision?
Yeah.
WandaVision. Yeah.
WandaVision. Yep. So the only thing I have a problem with the new MCU is that now it relies on you watching their Disney Plus shows,
Right.
I'm not cool
Right.
with that.
which sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it was watching a movie, now it's watching a whole fucking series.
I was like that, and I was like okay with Loki and WandaVision because they were really good. All the other shows suck, but now I'm just gonna vouch it again. Moon Knight, I wasn't watching MCU shit for like the last 2 months, and now that it's been out, every single Tuesday at midnight, it was like, oh, it's Wednesday. I'm watching Moon Knight now.
Alright.
I was fucking invested in it.
Moon Knight's good.
It's fucking great.
I haven't checked it out yet, but I saw the promo for it, and he looks pretty rad. So.
All of the ads that they have for it now are much more intriguing than when it first came out. Because when it first came out, they didn't spoil anything about it. It was just
Okay.
like the picture of him and then a picture of one of the guys.
Okay.
But
Well, then they did it right, because obviously it's going off pretty good, huh?
oh, it absolutely. If I had to guess, it's going to be the first of the Marvel series that has a second season.
Oh.
Because there's
Well,
no
he said there's no second season. I saw a post about it today.
Oh shit.
Someone denied their possibility of a second season. Sorry to break your heart, but yeah, I saw that today.
That honestly makes the ending of it a lot better.
Really?
It honestly just
Oh.
Have you seen episode 6 yet?
Not yet, no, because it just came out, right?
It came out on Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, that actually kind of just made it a little bit better. If
Okay.
it doesn't, because
Well,
Ooh.
leaves a lot of shit up to speculation now of like
Wow.
what you want the show to be.
Yeah, because I saw a post today, and let's look it up to confirm it. But there was something about someone from the cast was saying there was no season 2. But
Okay.
that would
Confirmed yet or ever?
What
I
about
don't know.
Sun God? Not Moon Knight, but Sun God. When's
Sunboy?
that coming out? Yes, Sun Boy.
Sun Squire.
Raw fighter.
Raw.
okay. We got
Mocha.
it up.
Sun Squire.
I don't know. What could Moon Knight season
Well,
2
there's-
look like? Everything we
there's
know
the
about
season
Marvel's Moon
2
Knight
article.
season 2 contains spoilers for season 1 of Marvel's Moon Knight.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we're gonna click away. I think we're gonna watch Moon Knight and come back to you.
Oscar Isaac on whether it's getting a season 2. I don't know who Oscar Isaac
He's
is.
the guy that plays Moon Knight. He's the guy. Have you seen the newer Star Wars movies?
No.
He's okay. Well, he's the guy that plays Poe in the newer Star Wars
Yeah.
movies.
Oh.
Poe.
He's like the new Han Solo.
He's like
Okay,
he's a starfighter
okay.
pilot.
Yeah.
He's got that
Okay.
black X-wing.
Yeah.
You know what show did get renewed for 2 more seasons?
What's that?
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth? Are
why?
you serious?
I have another one though. You know what is another show that has 2 seasons being made?
Huh.
Invincible.
Yes!
Two more seasons?
Invincible 2 and 3 in season 2 and 3 are being recorded.
Oh hell yeah!
What is that?
That show that's like fucking rated R Superman.
Oh,
The one that we
His
talked
dad is
God.
His dad's the most.
It's like that
Badass.
beginning. It looks like he's just mutilating the Avengers. That first episode that we showed on
Yeah.
one of the podcast episodes way back. Yeah, it's got. I remember someone made a picture of the actual comics. The books are like that thick, and the first season went that far into it.
Yeah.
And so season 2 and 3 have just been confirmed. So that's gonna be fucking exciting.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
did you know there is a Big Mouth spinoff on Netflix? Just found this out the other day.
A big
I
mouth.
saw
What's it
that.
called?
Okay. So
It's for the
reason it's
hormone
called
monsters,
yeah,
right?
it's called Human Resources, and it's just all of the monsters that appear in the show, or yeah, all of the monsters that appear in the show.
Okay.
What I just said, you know. But it's filmed like The Office,
That's amazing.
oh my
and
god!
it's them in their corporate spaces when they go and do their jobs.
When they're not being the kids' puberty monsters.
I haven't watched it, but apparently that also got renewed for another season. So I guess Big Mouth still pulls in monster numbers on Netflix.
It was fucking funny though. I mean, you watch that and you're just
It's fucking
it's-
horrible, but it's
so
funny.
horrible, but you're like, okay,
The show
yeah,
is
this
terrible.
fucking
It's
funny. What is it?
animated poorly. The jokes are all potty, but it's fun to watch.
The real question-
I can't describe it.
The question you gotta ask is it worse than South Park or is it on par with South Park? And if it's at that line, then you can't really say much
Would you
about
ask
it. It's
Mady?
just brutal comedy.
Sorry,
You said something? Thought you asked a question.
I can't remember.
Oh, it's okay.
Too much THC.
Keep going. Sorry, my bad.
No, we're
Yeah,
good, we're
I'm
good.
watching South Park, but I haven't watched like the newer seasons of Big Mouth. But South Park's pretty fucking crazy as it is.
South Park's
nuts.
wild. But
Yeah.
I think what gets Big Mouth some of its like shock humor is the nudity in the show,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jesus Christ.
because they have like the very first episode is like, who is it? I think it's Nick. He imagines all the other basketball players as giant dicks, so you got giant ball sacks fucking dribbling up and down the
Oh
court.
my god, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then Jessie discovers her vagina in episode 4 or something like that.
And
She's just got a mirror and she's talking to it.
God
It's
damn.
fucking insane, man. The episode made me stop, like, kind of like just back away from watching. It was fucking.
No, honestly,
The
you
Korean
have to like
spa.
pause and be like, what did I just see?
You have to
Yeah.
go, what classifies as CP in this world? Like, because
Right.
it's there on Netflix.
for everyone to
There's
see.
5 seasons of it.
I mean, we've seen a lot worse, no, y'all?
Yeah.
Like, have we not seen, like, I don't know, Happy Tree Friends?
Yeah.
Or-
I mean,
That's just
that's a great example.
violent.
Because we
not
grew up.
sexually, but,
Oh.
you know.
Violence, yeah.
That one really just set the stage for
That was
just
on Netflix.
unnecessary
Happy
violence.
Tree
Yeah.
Friends was on
It was
Netflix.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
if it's
you're right.
violent and I don't know, nudity, I think that's like a fetish.
I think humans are just
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Entertained by fucked up shit.
The farther we go, the less censorship is like enforced. You know, we see more like just volatile shit.
That reminds me of
on
a
normal
Tool
TV. What Tool song, Cyrus?
Vicarious.
I thought you were gonna take the. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll leave it there.
What?
Oh, Stinkfist?
Stinkfist. Yeah.
47 and 3.
47 and 3. That's
Good
a
old
song on our album.
Yeah.
in the future.
We're making a movie.
We're making a movie, Maddie.
We're making a movie.
Yeah,
No balls?
Maddie,
Yeah.
we're making a movie.
Very much balls.
Very much balls.
Yeah, we're writing a movie.
Explain. I'm here for it. Pitch
It's
it.
the
So-
Amazon thing.
So
We got a minute.
It's-
It's elevator pitch.
okay, so 1 minute. So on Amazon Prime, it's stupid easy to get a movie made.
Oh my
All
god.
you really got to do is sign up for their deal and just sign away all rights to the movie to them.
Yeah.
But you can just upload it on the platform, and anybody with Amazon Prime can watch it.
Yeah.
So you make nothing, and they make it all.
Oh well, we make very little.
Like
Yeah.
ad revenue, basically.
But we're asking people to go to our Patreon to support us. $1 a month is all it takes, and you guys get to sign up for exclusive videos in our storage. And yeah, you guys get to help us out in building a bank account for our movie.
There's a video where we drink Pringles milkshakes. I mean,
Pringles
one more.
milkshake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
not seen this? You should
It's
start
like,
our
is it a new
Patreon.
Jackass? Is
Yeah.
that- is
Yeah.
that-
Maybe.
Yeah.
I got a skateboard if you want to watch me fucking fly down a hill at 20 miles an hour.
Please do.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll
Dumb
do
shit,
dumb
don't
shit
break-
for your
don't break.
guys' amusement. You guys want to see something funny, you just tell us what's up. We'll do it.
Just
And
give
put
us
up-
money to
We'll
it.
do anything for
and
you.
then put it on our Patreon behind a paywall because what?
There you go.
It's
We need
$1 a
money.
month.
There you go.
Yeah, it's less than in Arizona.
Let me tell you, Xbox Game Pass is $15 a month.
Yeah,
Come on,
Come
yeah,
on now.
same just about the same amount of quality of content. Think about
yeah,
it.
for sure.
I'm just saying.
I'm pumping new videos out like an Alabama llama.
Alabama llama.
What?
Yeah,
You're an Alabama llama dog?
I guess so.
Alabama dog. Alabama ding dong.
Alabama Llama Dog.
There it is.
Cool.
That's
All
the
right.
name of the episode, the Alabama Llama Dog.
There we go.
Alabama llama dong?
Alabama llama dog.
Dog
Alabama
or
llama.
dong?
Good fucking luck
Dog
spelling
ding
that
dong.
out.
I got it.
It's one word.
I know,
Alabama
I go-
Llama Dog.
Alabama llama dong.
Get on our
I
page.
can't spell it.
Is it dong or dog?
Dog.
Dog.
I said
dog.
dog.
Alabama
Okay.
Llama Dog Dong.
Dog. Dong.
Alabama.
right.
Alabama ding dong.
Oh.
Alabama ding dong.
So we got our new stew. We're sitting in the new stew.
Yeah, we got a new
Hey.
studio.
You stoop.
It's like a
It's so
room.
cute in here, y'all. Decorated it so nice.
Yeah,
It
we-
Yeah.
Customization.
looks great.
This room was
so far.
empty at 3 o'clock when I got here today.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
we
it's
did a
not.
lot
There's
of
been a
work.
lot done in here.
It needs
Put
cord
in that
management.
word.
Shout out to the Cobb Bros.
How'd what
Yes.
work?
We do work.
Shout out to
Do
all
work.
of the Cobb Bros.
Yes. Bros and brosettes.
Interior design, hit them up.
Please,
Go.
for the love of God, if you could see the cords on the floor over here, you'd shit yourself.
Okay.
A lot of
How
shitting
mu-
today. I need
How
it.
much moving have we done in the last like 3 months?
Too
It's
much.
ridiculous.
Too much.
Brandon moved, Oscar moved, I moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
that's
moved.
insane.
You did first, right?
No,
Brandon.
Brandon.
I moved
Brandon.
first.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you
And then you.
moved,
And
and I
then
moved.
you.
I moved the same
Then
weekend you
yes.
did.
I
Yeah.
have
right.
to
Yeah.
move in a few months.
Really?
Hell yeah.
I do.
Oh gosh.
Leases come up, honey.
Jordan,
Yeah,
who's in
it's not
episode
fun.
11.
Being
I
an
helped him
adult
move.
is shit.
Oh my
I
God.
know. I want a refund. I did not ask for this.
Right?
I wish I was an adult like 50 years ago when everything was
Right?
fucking cheap.
Like when?
Okay.
Why can't
Like-
I buy a house for $30,000? Like
No
I could pay
kidding.
that
Like
off
shit,
in,
sitting
like,
going through,
2-3
oh my-
years.
Like going, oh my god, this might be nuclear war, but goddamn, that house is worth $1,000 and it's 8 bedrooms.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I know someone very
I'd
close
give a
to me
kidney.
Right?
that bought their house for $70,000 in the 70s. His house, $70,000. Okay, that's
More
five
than-
digits.
Yeah.
Okay, his house is now worth $800,000 in the
Jesus.
market.
That's insane.
He bought it for 5 digits. That's
Now it's worth almost 7.
and what is the pay difference nowadays?
It's
It's not nearly that.
Mm-mm.
You know, that's not nearly in our grasps anymore.
I need to go live in somebody's basements and
Yeah,
claim squatters' rights. I'm gonna go live above the water heater because nobody ever checks
mean,
that fucking thing.
crawl spaces are
My
underestimated.
favorite Billy
now.
Woods song. Thank you for asking. We're back to Billy Woods. Hey, did I tell you about Billy Woods?
Billie Eilish.
No,
Yeah.
Billy
Billy
Wood.
eyelash.
I
Bill
love
the
got
eyelashes.
perfume.
Yeah, you were
Billy-
showing the perfume.
I was showing you. Yeah, it's like a cut off around her chin. It's got her big old things on her. Yeah,
Huh.
Those things.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
objectify her,
dang
but she
on
put
They'll
it
see
on
it
her
in the
bottle.
video. They'll see it in the video.
Yeah.
It'll be right there.
It'll be right there.
It might be
There.
blurred out if the YouTube allows
She's
it.
got a dress on. Look, there's a line.
There's a line.
It's
Come
probably
on.
all over
Come on
Times
out of the
Square
gutter.
right now. Like,
No, you know, you're right. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Times Square. would
As
be
you
a
were saying,
cool
like
place
the
to
further we go, the lower the censorship will get.
Yeah,
Eventually, there'll be just full nude models over.
I mean they already have Skinamax past 11 o'clock. Jesus Christ. Guys,
What?
stop giving me beer.
Skinemax?
Okay. You got...
We're back into that territory.
You said Skinamax.
Yeah, I was like, wait, where's it
Skinemax
going
for
with this?
serial
Skinemax?
No, it's late night movies.
That's what they're called?
Okay, I guess I've been the
Cool.
only one allowed access to late night television.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched
Jarring
Letterman
shit.
when I was lucky. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I remember when I was watching fucking Fallon, and I was like, dude, I'm tired. Shit, dude, it's 1:30.
I'm so cool.
Dude, it was
The
crazy
SNL
because you would
didn't
watch
do
the
it.
Late Show, and then I remember one day I was like,
Sorry.
"There's a late show."
Yeah, there's
with
one
a
after?
different host.
See, I never made it past then. I would just get bored and go to my PlayStation.
Oh my god, you see James Corden is leaving the late show or whatever.
No.
really?
Thank God.
No
he's
more
fucking
carpool
terrible.
karaoke.
Oh my god. James
I
Corden.
heard he's an
karaoke?
asshole in real life.
What's up?
I've heard he's just like in like real life when he's not
Yeah.
being his ha funny character. He's just a dick.
Yeah.
It's like
Did you
Gordon
ever watch the
Ramsay's
Meat
angry
Canyon video
character.
where he's in the car doing car karaoke with Justin Bieber, and then Ellen DeGeneres comes and rips the hood off of his car
What?
and like sucks him away into the void? It's a wonderful video.
Right.
That
Do you
sounds-
remember Meat Canyon? He's the behind the
okay.
the famous Ed, Ed and Eddie Jawbreaker video.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did one with James Corden.
That's pretty.
He's like, I don't know. Is it about a man, Justin Bieber? Is it about a boy? I don't know. I guess it could be. Oh, I guess so. Justin Bieber, help!
That's funny.
My goodness.
We're gonna have to watch it after this tape.
Okay.
Yeah, we will for sure. We'll come back to this.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Ramsey. Gordon Ramsay. Cobros have to make a trip to the fucking Hell's Kitchen. I'm saying it now.
How was it, Cyrus?
Oh, it was really fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've been
How was it?
It was really fucking
Did
good.
they
I had a
have-
beef Wellington because I remember watching Hell's Kitchen.
Oh!
They would always be burning that bitch on Hell's Kitchen, or it's like super under well done,
Give me that.
under Wellington, and like
That's
and
good.
no, it was really fucking good. It was salty,
Yeah.
like the crust on it was like perfectly salted. I was like, I wish I had. It was probably that guy that flicks. It. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
higher-
Salt Bay, yeah. He probably put it on there himself, and it was quick. I remember ordering, and we had our food in 15 minutes.
Damn,
Yeah.
okay.
Super
Service.
good, yeah.
No
No,
kidding.
I'm like,
Aren't all Hell's
gotta
like
try it.
aren't all the Hell's Kitchens like just the restaurants? Those are all owned by Gordon, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
There's one that owns.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I-
You're gonna have this if he owns the restaurant. They're gonna have the standard name and he's not there because
So-
if he pops in and there's something going wrong, he's gonna be like, okay, who's not working here anymore?
yeah.
Because
So-
this ain't
fired.
happening.
I was worried that it was gonna be like super fancy and whatever, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. There's a salad fork, I think it's a small one, right? And like I'm sitting there going, but I look around and there's dudes in Niners jerseys because the Niners Titans game was on that night. It was a Thursday night football
Oh
game.
my god.
And there was just
So it's-
dudes at the bar in Hell's Kitchen just sitting there going, yeah! Every time they did something.
So it's totally casual.
Yeah, it's just their service, really.
They're
from
supposed
what
to
I
have a
understand.
dress code, but nobody was upholding it. I dressed nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
You
cool,
probably
though.
like if you show up in sandals and a fucking
They probably will
palm
pay me.
t-shirt with 3 buttons down, and you're just like, woohoo!
busting on shrooms and shit. You're just like, I'm ready to party. They're like, no, pal.
I think if you
I
have
would like to
reservations,
be
Like,
Right.
like you said, they had their jerseys on and there was the game on. They're like, oh, they're here to watch the game. Okay.
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But I looked at people at other tables, and there were just people wearing t-shirts and jeans. So
So we're like people just walking in to go to the bar and such. Is it an open
no,
bar?
I think it was closed. And you have to reserve every seat in that place.
Fuck, that's
Probably,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So you had people, Niners fans, that were like, "Oh, let's get a spot at Hell's Kitchen and watch the Niners lose by 3."
yeah.
Yeah, they
Did they
did.
lose?
Yeah, I remember watching it. The
Niners
Titans
game, what do you
kicked a
mean?
really
And
good
pay
field goal at the end.
$60 for a steak.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just a-
$70 for a steak and
That's the part that makes
20
it worth
bucks
it.
for a beer, and
Yeah.
my fucking team lost. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
If I
Goddamn.
remember,
If I
AJ
were
Brown
classier,
caught the
I
game-winning
would
touchdown.
pregame, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't doubt that. You have a damn good memory when it comes to that shit. He's nuts with that football shit, isn't he?
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Hims.
You're absolutely nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Just off the top with that shit.
Who was the name of the guy that kicked four or five consecutive after points into the up left?
And
I forget who the teams were, but it was literally like boom, hit the top up right, boom, or hit left up right, whichever it was. But it was the same one for like 4 times in a row, and then
Cody
the announcer
Parkey.
was like, "That's impossible."
Cody Parkey, and then he did it in that game. So it was Bears Eagles. The Eagles were the defending Super Bowl champs, but Carson Wentz got hurt again. They sucked ass, but they won a wild card spot somehow. They played the Bears in Chicago. It was 16, Philadelphia, Chicago 15. The Bears marched down for an easy 40-yard field goal, and fucking Cody Parkey There was a game earlier in the season. He played the Bears, or not the Bears. He was
Da
on the
Bears.
Bears. The
Da
Bears were
Bears.
playing
Da
the
Bears.
Lions in Detroit, and he kicked it 4 times off the goalpost.
Wow.
So in this playoff game, to win the game, all he has to do is hit an easy 40-yard field goal, and he fucking hits it off the left upright and then off of the middle crossbar, and it bounces out.
Wow.
And the Bears lose at home.
That's crazy.
The
Da
best
Bears.
shot is head coach Matt Nagy just looking with fucking daggers in disbelief that he couldn't believe that Cody Parkey just missed that kick.
Yeah.
The worst part about that was he went on a Good Morning America the next day. The next fucking day. That means he drove 3 hours that way. 7 hours later,
Showed up at Times Square.
and showed up and had a huge sob story about how he missed the kick. And of course, he was cut from the team because you're a prick.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
And the best part about that was his former team was the Eagles, who he lost to. So
No, the best part about that is neither of those teams are your favorite, but you just said all that shit off the top.
because that
of
game
your
was fucking
head.
hilarious. I watched it live. It was awesome. I remember
love it,
laughing so
dude.
hard. My buddy Jeffrey, he's a huge Eagles fan. I remember calling him and going, "Yeah, how about that?"
Look at that.
No, that's awesome, dude. I love that you have that knowledge of football off
If
the
I
top of your
if I watched it, I
of
definitely
sports in
remember it.
general.
Mhm.
I mean, you've got great knowledge of basketball as well, and it
There's a-
just
I saved a TikTok on my phone, and it's just like me sleeping at night, and it's over Kanye West music.
yeah.
When he's like, "Bitch, I'm back out my coma," and he wakes up, and he opens his eyes, and it's me suddenly, or me overhearing a conversation of people asking for random NFL players from 2008. You guys remember Rashard Mendenhall?
No, Mendenhall is the name of my boss.
Oh,
That
okay.
doesn't ring a bell.
We'll stop it there before we get ourselves into trouble.
That's
All
fine.
right, we stopped it.
Cool.
It got really quiet after you said that.
All right, Maddie, what's up with your life? It's a
Don't
special
ask me,
guest.
girl, that's a mess.
You got anything to promote?
I do nails. If you are in the Reno Sparks area, hit me up at Shine Aveda.
There you go.
Oh. Do you have
Yeah.
my contact
That's my
info?
plug. Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have any socials?
Ooh, yeah. I'm at Claws by Cab, all K's
In the description.
underscores and things.
In the
Yeah,
description.
yeah.
Fire
Look
nails.
it up.
Yeah,
Fire
we'll link
nails.
it in the video
Thanks,
for
y'all.
sure. Absolutely.
Real ones.
Yeah.
Spreading business to the buddies, as
So if
always.
you're in the Reno
We
area,
out
hit her
here.
up.
We out here.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's always about spreading the love to small businesses or buddies that do certain work, you know. It's a good thing to build yourself a skill.
Yep.
And having that skill and being good at that skill is powerful, and spreading the love and spreading the business is just as good, you know. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, building your brand is hard. So like, props to you and everything that you're doing with all that.
For sure.
I don't know much about
Yeah.
nails. I just remember getting you a Home Depot card so you can go get your
Ah,
nails.
Oh, yeah.
to this day, that's
We can all go get
their
Home Depot
fault.
hot dogs.
No.
What?
Hey, if you do a corn on the cob, like if you do like a full cob on my nails, I'll let you do my nails enamel, like the fake shit. I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to work without a
Want me
glove
to
and,
paint?
and show everybody.
Hey guys.
You'd be like, why
What's
are you wearing your
happening?
gloves while you eat lunch? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I lost the
No,
bet.
he'll be showing them off and handing out my card.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what
If I like my nails, you'll love these.
a real one.
You guys don't talk shit about my nails. Just hand my cards out to your wives. You'll thank me
Yeah,
later.
trust.
Take a picture and show it to your wife.
Trust and Lucy does.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
No,
Um,
small ones. I appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, what else do we got going on?
I had something.
We
I'm
had a
pondering
lot
right
of
now.
we had a lot of missed stuff from Lost podcast because we lost that recording, as you guys know. If you
Oh,
heard
God.
episode 43, if
The
not,
random
go back
episode.
and check that out because
Oh.
it was a mess.
So what happened? We last Saturday we showed up and we were recording, right?
Hour and a half.
Turns out, after we recorded and everything, said all goodbye, went about our week. It was like Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday.
David texted us and he's
Wednesday
like,
night.
"Guys, bad news. We don't have the last podcast. It didn't fucking record. We had no audio." And so, when I was at work, these two and Colton started recording something, right? They got like what 20 minutes in or something.
Yep.
It wasn't recording. They lost that audio.
Yeah.
No.
And so
I think it
got-
was more of half. I
it's-
think it was upwards towards half an hour.
something I wasn't
Yeah.
there.
No,
But-
we got a good 30 minutes in, and Cyrus, guess what? I looked
up?
at my screen
Yep.
and it wasn't recording.
Oh, it didn't crash. It just didn't record.
It didn't record.
Oh man.
So that
I felt really bad. I couldn't tell you guys. Like the pressure on that night, I just couldn't tell you guys. Like I felt so terrible, absolutely
It's alright.
fucking terrible.
It's
all good. It
Sitting
happens,
at the
man.
computer,
I-
no,
it's
but
a
it's like
beau-
sitting at the computer, and I open OBS, and it's not even going. The counter's not even
Yeah.
going.
Do you
And I'm
remember?
just like, hey guys,
We gotta
stop.
stop.
And I get
Do you
goosebumps. I feel like shit. My stomach turns. And I'm
Oh
like,
man.
Do you remember when
I
I was
just made it
tripping
up.
balls because I didn't think I was going to get into that management class, that business management one?
yeah.
Yeah, I'd be taking the final for that this next week if I wasn't able to get in that class.
Oh my god.
I just remember going and begging the teacher, like, please, sir, help me.
Please help me.
Yeah.
Help me. I need
Yeah.
this class.
It's
Sorry,
just
I
like,
have some more.
you know.
If not, my graduation party will be next Saturday.
Yeah. Shoot.
But
Well, it happened again.
Well, hey,
yeah, we'll
it
do it again.
happened a few Saturdays ago. Quite a few.
Yeah.
And
It was
congratulations
a bunch of
again.
Saturdays ago. Yeah. I think that was just after episode 25
Really?
Yeah.
or
I
just before.
couldn't remember.
I don't
Honestly,
remember.
it's been a
I
long
it's
remember
like
that time.
24. It's
But
up there.
again, congratulations to you because that's a big milestone that not a
Definitely.
lot of people go and approach nowadays because it can be challenging.
Oh yeah.
Today's a new world where there's so many options and not enough guidance. Not enough guidance in the sense to where like some people just come from a place where there's no one to look up to, nothing to chase, And when you're in certain environments, there's a lot of leadership nowadays that's lacking. You have a lot less people to look up to and a lot less people to follow. And man, even in my field of work, like I had a coworker a while back that I looked up to a lot, and I got like 3 months of training with this guy, and then he got COVID in Florida on a family trip with his family. His girl had a cheering regionals championship, and this guy got fucking COVID in across the country, excuse
Yeah.
me, and he died in Florida, and
Damn.
it's just like it. It really sucked because it was like the one guy I could look up to, count on, and he always had the answers to all the questions I had. But we have a lot less of those people to look up to nowadays, I notice, a lot more. And it's not because people are shit. It's because the world is shit. You know,
World's going to shit.
well, it's tough. There's no
Well, like,
I blame Amanda Bynes. I don't know why.
Fucking
you leave that
lobster.
poor girl alone. She's been through enough. Who has the answers to anything though?
No
Who
one.
has the black and white
We're all
blueprint?
chasing.
Where's that fucking book at?
Where
Give me
is
that
it?
goddamn
Yeah.
book.
Who
You
has it in
got
the
it.
TV?
I will give you my entire kidney for it. Like,
Well, you see all these people go into these dead end jobs and they're trying to find that spark, that motivation. And you can't really blame them because they all go home and hope for the same thing. They just
Yeah.
want to bring home money to their family and
Pay rent.
pay rent, pay bills. Man, it's a fucking struggle nowadays. And
Fuck.
COVID tore people apart.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to a guy who owns his own business doing sewer cameras, and he had a coworker. He had a coworker just kind of flip out on him out of nowhere after working with him for almost a decade, and I think the stress that COVID brought us is very underestimated. You know what I mean? Just like not being so consolidated and not being able to travel and talk with other people
And then
really
it got
hurt
politicized
society.
and people started picking sides.
Politicized.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
it's not
division.
real.
It's not real. It's totally real. Put your fucking mask on,
Yeah.
shit like that. And then
No,
you
I'm not
just,
into BDSM,
you
bro.
just had people that were totally stuck in their ways. And then
Right.
that was just creating tension. And then George Floyd.
Yeah. Yeah, people took that as a political thing where it was just, hey, that's a human being that doesn't deserve to be treated like that. Can't we all just fucking agree that that was wrong?
It's horrible that it took that being like
Yeah.
broadcasted to the nation by chance by someone just making a live video for the country to be like, oh shit, because shit like that has been happening for decades.
Yeah.
And it's fucking awful that it has.
Yeah.
And it's horrible that it took just one random person deciding to broadcast it, and those two cops there didn't realize they were being broadcasted to the world. They weren't
Yeah.
being recorded. The whole world
Yeah.
was looking at them.
Thank God for cell phones, but it's also a fucking curse at the same
Yeah.
time because
It's rough. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but that full 7 minutes and 42 seconds.
It's
of
horrible.
course, it's on camera.
awful.
Because they showed the trial live on TV because it
Yeah.
was and they even warned, they were like, all right, this is gonna be graphic for everybody watching at home, and they showed the full 8 minutes of this officer. I already forgot his name. Just fucking kneeling on his neck.
Yeah, he's
Some
a
dude.
scumbag.
Yeah.
That's the
Deserves to be
bottom line.
forgotten.
It's
Like, it was
terrible. It's
horrible.
awful. It's hard watching all 8 minutes. Like just sitting there watching it. Don't look away. Don't stare at your phone. Just watch it for 8 minutes.
It's rough.
It's
yeah.
hard for sure. Yeah.
I hope and like to think that that is a kind of keystone case. Because if you look at what just happened with Ahmaud Arbery's murderers,
Yeah.
they just got thrown away, you know?
Yeah.
And like rightfully so.
Yeah, those guys, they went out and attacked a man on no fucking
Just because they didn't like him
no.
where he was.
They thought they
Thought he
screamed.
was
Thought he-
trespassing, and that was
Trespassing.
grounds to chase him down in a truck while he was on foot and gun him down.
Yeah, it was a disgusting case too, and there's an unrecognized systematic racism in this country, and it is true, and it's not easy to look at, and that's why people just get angry and say fuck you, it's
Yeah.
not happening.
I'm gonna
it's
say it like
easier
this.
to do that.
I'm gonna say it like this: you're not allowed to like anybody. I think that's a given in this world.
Right.
But that doesn't give you the right to hurt or put somebody else down because you don't like them.
Yeah. This is the place where you're encouraged to chase your pursuit of happiness,
Yeah.
what makes you happy in life, and it doesn't mean
You know
your
what I
next
do when
door
I don't
neighbor
like
can't do
somebody?
this.
Walk away.
What's that?
I just don't fucking talk
Yeah.
to them. Like
Right.
whatever.
Dang,
I'm
bro.
gonna go inside my house and
I
not
go
worry
make
about
my
you.
own money.
Yeah.
I don't run someone down in my Jeep
No.
or truck.
I just mind my own fucking business. If you want to be this, you want to be that, that's great. I support you. I support you.
Yeah,
Just don't entangle me in your shit.
But
And,
actual racism is probably brings out something that's deeper than something we can relate with because we're just like, oh, just go inside. But there's some people that are raised on some absolute hatred towards some people.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
That person is grown up in an environment where hating a person upon or based upon anything, a characteristic of themselves is okay, and it's just normal in that person's setting, and it's weird growing up in this age for sure.
Yeah.
There's so
It's
much
constantly changing.
I think
constant
the world's
change.
always been like this, but now it's easier for a normal person to broadcast it. We
Yeah.
finally have
Anybody
the
can
ability
interact.
to be able to beam this all. Because I remember the one thing that pissed me off during the whole George Floyd protests
Yeah.
was people standing on their porch in New York and then getting shot by rubber bullets standing on their porch because the cops told them to
Right.
go inside.
Right.
But they're already on their property.
They're like, but we're on our property, and you'd have like 5 cops just turn and
Yeah,
start shooting
on
them with
their
rubber
own.
They were
bullets.
just going through the street too. They were just standing on the porch, and the cops showed up, and they're like, "Go inside." And they're like, "But you're moving through here. You'll be gone in 2 seconds." They fucking started lighting up
lighting
rubber
them up.
bullets.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's so important
And
to
you know it's
stand with
wrong.
your neighbor.
Yeah, and it's wrong, but it's frustrating knowing that nothing will be done about it, which sucks. And that's the most frustrating thing when you turn on the news and you see stuff about shit that you don't like is that there's not a lot you can do about it.
Right.
You just gotta sit there and watch.
Something probably won't get done about it.
And it's weird that we're the freest country in the world, and we've got all these.
We shouldn't take for granted how
disgusting-
free we are because you go to
Right.
a country that has a lot of their freedoms restricted, you'll come back here pretty soon.
Yeah.
But
Look-
it's not perfect here, and it can always be better.
If you go to 2/3 of the world, you'll realize there are a lot of places that don't have simple rights.
Yeah.
No.
Like
Yeah.
it is just not. It's maybe they have a law because of like the Geneva Convention and everything that says they can't do it because of their culture. They're like, "Fuck you! We've been doing this for 3,000 years. Why are we going to listen to you because you had some stupid war that ended in nukes?"
My philosophy
Like we
on
were
that-
sitting here doing our shit. Like
My philosophy on that
yeah.
is just because it's not as bad as other places doesn't mean it can't get better. Some people think that being better than somebody else is like, oh, well, that's a good place to stop.
Yeah. I think it's a movie skit. I think it's a cut from a movie, but there's a thing going around on social media a while back where it's this professor on a stage, and he's all, no, America's not the best place in the world. And it's true because
Sounds like George Carlin.
nowhere.
I think the amount of propaganda we were raised on is scary.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
how
we are
great this
number
country
one.
is.
We
Yeah.
are number
Commercials
one.
every day
Everywhere
doing
else
the
is
Pledge of
horrible.
Allegiance.
It's like a
Like,
total dirt waste.
Like commercials
We are
that try to
number one.
convince me that Honey Smacks is good. I just don't believe it.
Like when TVs first came out, when the stations would go offline, they would put the national anthem with like
yeah,
a
the
flag
national
waving.
anthem just played all through the night
That's
until
not
the morning came on.
so dictatory, like fascism. Like
I'm okay with that because I
that's
just turn the
scary.
TV off. Who watches
I
that?
mean-
Yeah, that's
Cable
basically
is
people
dead.
saying
Let's
like, "Oh,
not
you're gonna
lie.
leave it on
Let's
through the
not
night? That's a
lie.
power bill." Like,
But what do you have to say every single day at school?
Yeah.
yeah,
The Pledge of Allegiance.
What's on your money?
Yeah.
Presidents.
In God we trust.
A dude face.
Yeah. In
it's,
God we
it's such bullshit
Big
that
number.
it says in the Constitution that the state and church are separate, but our money says "In God we trust."
Yeah.
it is
Well,
such
It's the First Amendment and it's the Establishment Clause that puts that into law.
yeah.
But-
It's just crazy that that's the motto we go off of, but then we say that the church and separate, all that are separate. It's like,
I don't think
Well,
we should
there's-
dabble too much into this because none of us are experts.
No.
None of us know shit.
Well,
And
we're
they're,
not.
they're listening in.
But basically, they're going to tap into our lines. Uh-oh.
But
Let's-
100%
let's-
the
people
church.
affected.
I'm just saying, church and state are separate, and just this, and having the word God in anything,
Mhm.
it's like, it just completely undermines
We
the whole
we
idea.
argue a lot about it, but the way that the Establishment Clause works is that they're not allowed to make laws favoring religions, but they're not allowed to make laws to put other religions down.
Yeah.
There's a funny thing going on in Boston. It was in my notes. That's in my bag.
Boston.
Boston.
Watch your way,
The state- so
Yeah.
So, have you guys ever heard of a Christian flag? Like a flag that people fly to promote Christian? I've
No.
never heard of it
Does it have
before.
a fishy on it?
I don't know what it has on it.
Does it say
I didn't
what
look
Jesus
too
do?
far into it.
What would Jesus do?
But apparently in Boston, there's a group that has like a Christian flag, and they actually won a Supreme Court case to be able to fly the flag in front of like I think the town hall or something like that.
Well,
So a government building, they're going to be able to fly a Christian flag in front of it because they shouldn't be denied the right to do so.
Well,
Do you know who immediately came in and piggybacked and went, "Okay, we want our flag up
Piece
there"?
of Satanism.
Satan.
The Satanic.
yes.
So they've now requested to put their flag up there because they're gonna go, well, they're allowed to do it, and we're an established religion, so you got to put our flag under theirs.
Equality,
Hopefully,
bitch.
as well
Fuck
as
yeah.
every religious, I guess.
Even if you
Yes.
don't agree with the
Uh,
Satanic Temple, because they definitely use the Satanic image just to kind of piss certain religious groups off.
Yeah.
I'm so
They
here for
exist,
that. I
and
love
I'm glad
them.
they do to just test the government and make sure that they uphold.
Absolutely.
Oh my
the,
god, yeah.
the same-
Checks and balances. My
Yeah.
God.
Exactly, man.
They're
Nice,
upholding
sir.
all religions to the same standard. So
Yeah.
if you
Like I hope they have like Arab like little flags.
For sure.
Like Hindu
No.
flags up there.
Maddie, you're absolutely right. This is
they can inspire others to try and put
Free
their
country.
symbols up there. Because
Yeah.
if you just have a Christian flag up there, it's not favored because they asked for it to be put up there. But if another group wants it to be put up there, they should have the right to do so.
Or separation of church and state.
Yeah.
We keep all y'all out.
Yeah, we put no flags up there. So
No,
the
but
whole
yeah. That's a great point.
Put the
We-
fucking state
the
flag
baked
and the
beans
American
flag,
up
and we
there.
raise our bushes in the air.
put that damn golden retriever up there.
Battered brown sugar beans.
Just want to picture
Yeah.
Kermit flying above. and the
Seriously
flag.
though, all religions or no religions.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the
All
that's
or
the
none.
thing.
All or
Because this is a country that promotes all religions.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
You're
what
free
the
to come here.
establishment clause
So why
is.
is
Basically
why
all
is
or none.
Christianity
We
Yeah.
favor all or we favor none.
forcibly
So.
everywhere over everything.
Yeah.
I just
exactly.
want 7 billion flags up there for I don't know.
Why is there an
flying spaghetti
entire
monster.
party?
Hey, if the
That's a real
Christians
religion,
want it, hey, if the Christians want their flag up there, I want the God Bros flag up there.
I want
Instead
to see
here,
pentagrams.
yes,
Every
pentagrams,
year.
pentagrams and
And
Cobb
goat
Bros, bitch.
And Weird Al.
And we're
Yo,
oh hell,
his,
Weird Al Yankovic.
his movie's coming out. He has a biopic
A
coming out.
movie?
It's exclusive to Roku TV.
Is
Wow.
it really?
Yeah.
Guess who's playing Weird Al?
Weird Al.
Harry
No.
Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al.
Yes.
That's
I'm
awesome.
here.
I think
for
it comes out next month or something
I'm
like that,
so
but it's
ready.
gonna be. It's
I
gonna
see him in his
spectacular.
bathrobe with his Glocks, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, I'm a
Yes.
goopy goober.
I'm a goofy
Yeah.
goober, yeah.
Have you guys seen that movie where he plays the dead guy?
Swiss
Yes.
Army Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty funny, dude.
It's I've
funny.
wanted to watch
Yeah.
that for a
Is it
long
comedy?
time.
It's like a more like a satire comedy.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
'cause-
Okay.
It's I don't know.
Is it like Morbius?
A Morbius comedy.
I've not seen Morbius.
I've wanted to watch that one where he plays. What's it called again? I'm
Swiss
sorry.
Army Man.
Swiss
Swiss
Army
Army
Man.
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
a corpse that can talk, and the guy uses him to like break open shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Warm
he's-
bodies.
Was it Warm Bodies?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's Nick Holt.
Yeah, that's a different
Um,
movie.
I love him though. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go, Maddie.
I've been watching The Great on Hulu, and I think that is a hysterical show.
The what? Sorry.
Great.
Yeah, it's called The Great, and it's about Catherine the Great. And Nicholas Holt, same Warm Bodies guy,
Okay.
plays Russian Czar Peter.
Peter the
Is
Great.
overthrown by Catherine virtually,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I just think it's a hysterical
Cool.
show.
Like
For
is it
sure.
just like a historical comedy show? It's kind of
Yeah,
thing?
exactly.
Okay.
It's loosely based, you know.
Okay, they just throw they
But yeah, she's kind of a bad bitch, and it's really funny. I'm like laughing the whole time. Lots of sex, lots of swearing, lots of shenanigans.
shenanigans.
But I think it's a really good show.
Speaking of sex, swearing, and shenanigans,
Oh.
have you guys
Sex
seen
and
fucking
shenanigans?
What the fuck? Was...
there's a new Game of Thrones show coming out.
Oh.
It's called Game of Thrones of
House of
House of Dragons.
Dragons,
Yeah,
okay.
it looks like it's gonna be pretty cool, and it's kind of like seems like it's basing off of what Game of Thrones left off of. But I haven't seen Game of Thrones season 5 or 6 because it kind of got real fucking slow after those ones.
Yeah, I watched the main mother die, and then
Spoilers.
the main mother
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the son die in that
Spoilers.
scene, and that's the last episode I watched because I was like, okay, my two favorite characters are gone. You know what I mean? Like,
The
I
very
don't know.
first like this is not a spoiler because it's the very first episode, but when they fucking killed Ned Stark in the first episode, I was like, no way! I thought I was gonna enjoy him for the whole show. He was
Right,
so awesome.
right.
Too bad.
Yeah.
No,
Jesus.
it's like, oh, you like this guy? We're gonna make him so likable.
And they just get
And there's his head on a pike, bitch. Like that is the entire show.
Another cool thing though is increase of feminine power roles in movies. You know, there's a lot of feminine protagonists nowadays, and they do a good job of representing them and just
Black
giving
Widow.
them power roles. Black
it
Widow,
was a great
yeah.
fucking movie.
It was a good movie, but it was in one of those movies the actors were great, but it was haunted by a terrible script.
I thought it was kick ass.
There was some horrible
Tomb Raider.
CGI in that movie though.
There-
When the fucking stabbing the thing in the helicopter and fucking blowing up that
Right.
whole scene, that
Yeah.
looks terrible, dude. Oh my god, it's such a bad scene.
You know what movie does have bad CGI for such a high budget? Was Aquaman.
Really?
Rewatch some of those water scenes where the sharks are swimming around. It's fucking insane how bad it is.
Huh.
Well, it is
The
Aquaman.
Marvel budget too.
That's
DC.
DC.
That's DC.
Different. That's the one that Amber
I'll shut
Shitstain
up.
is in.
Yeah.
Amber Shitstain.
Shitstain. I'm dead.
Amber
Yo,
Cokehead?
you see her take the bump?
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah!
He
did coke.
He did
He did
cocaine. We
So-
all saw that.
No one blows their nose and goes,
Plugs a nostril and goes,
I said whoop whoop. Well, either
Okay.
side of her nose with her finger.
Yeah.
Like, whoop.
when I first watched it, I was like, okay, maybe she blew her nose, but then you hear in the mic, she's just,
Yeah, yeah. And then after she goes,
yeah, like,
"So I can handle this
are you
shit."
serious, bitch?
so you're gonna casually do coke, but then someone asks you a question, you just,
Can't call a recess while the judge goes outside and plays kickball and you're inside the bathroom.
Well, no, there was another scene where someone came to talk to her. I'm assuming one of her lawyers, and then a deputy walked by, and she had pulled
Yeah,
out
she
a
was-
beer can or something.
What?
Twisted it open.
She
The
pulled out, like-
deputy came by. She closed it and put it back in her jacket. Like, bitch, what are you
we were
doing?
like in recess talking to the lawyer. She pulls out like a hydro flask or something. She just goes like looking over her shoulder, and the fucking bailiff is walking by. She's just
It looked like one of those Coors iron can, like the
Honestly,
steel
without a
Coors
label,
can.
yeah.
It's hilarious that one of her arguments was Johnny Depp's an alcoholic. Like she busts in the courtroom like, he still reserve every night.
he called me a whore. I only cheated on him.
A jar of cocaine.
Ian
I got a judge.
Yeah.
There's this dude on
I'm a
YouTube.
charger.
His name is Ian Kung, and he makes sketch comedy. And he comes back like every 3 or 4 months to make a video about something that's going on.
Yeah.
One of his videos, he's carrying somebody, and it was him at a Travis Scott concert. But he's dressed as the paramedic, and then Travis Scott starts talking like it's actual footage. He's like, "What are those paramedics doing then?" He's like, "Hey, now that we got attention, we need to stop the show. Some people are passing out around here." And then Travis Scott continues the show, and he just drops the body. Like that. He came back this last week as Amber Heard's lawyers.
Oh,
And he's like,
shit.
"Your Honor, I'd like to present our case. It says right here," and he's got a stack of blank printer paper. He just picks it up and goes, "Oh, I got this. It says right here that Johnny called her a meanie." Bobini, and he starts he starts crip walking in the room and shit.
Banana Fana.
Is the judge watching all these videos that people are like putting up on social media, or is he just like avoiding?
I feel like the judge is over it at this point because it unless Amber's lawyers are able to get Johnny Depp like riled up and pissed on stand to prove anything that he's angry like she says he is.
And the case that they're into, it's a jury trial.
Mm-hmm.
So all the evidence and all the, well, not all the arguments, but all the evidence that they're arguing about, the judge has already seen. Like in a court case like that, it goes all through the judge, and the judge allows what they're allowed to talk about and what they're not allowed to talk about in the thing because they decide what's relevant. And then they're just basically sitting there as the middleman so that these guys can argue
moderator.
as a moderator
Right.
so that they can argue to the jury.
Okay.
And that's why when they call an objection, the judge is the one that goes, "No, let him talk," or they go, "Sustain it." Yeah, this is bullshit. Stop
Hearsay.
talking about it.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
Objection. Hearsay.
Yeah. When he called hearsay.
Hearsay.
On himself.
It was the doctor, and he's like, "So this happened." And she was like, or the guy's like, "So I heard from so and so that," and he's like, "Objection, hearsay." And the judge goes, "You asked the question."
Yeah.
You asked.
And the guy's just like, "Oh, it's just in their script to go. Oh, they say something, hearsay."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hearsay.
Bro,
That's the
Johnny,
game plan.
like you see Amber, she's got a team of lawyers behind her because they're really trying to figure out what the fuck to do so she doesn't.
She's
lose a
paying
bunch of
them
money
like millions
Oh,
of
yeah.
dollars
to not
prove-
lose this
Yeah.
case. And they're sitting there frantically passing notes, and Johnny's just sitting there drawing pictures and showing it. He's just pen and
candy.
paper, like fucking drawing pigs and cats. And
He's
stuff
just
and
like,
stuff.
"Give this to your daughter. I think she'll like it."
Eat some fucking
I would
candy.
die.
That man is our childhood hero, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there is no
I mean-
other Jack Sparrow. There
No
never
one,
will be.
No one, whoever they are, should be absolved of horrible things if they commit them.
Right.
But
Don't be spreading
I think
lines about
public
that.
court of opinion does lean towards Johnny.
Oh yeah.
The overwhelming majority is on Johnny's
The fact
side.
that
Easily
his entire career collapsed and Amber didn't even take him to court. It was literally all hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
She just said she did this, and the Twitter went, and the entire world dropped him.
Even
It wasn't
then,
even a
Twitter
court
was
case,
like,
Well,
not
this ain't
Johnny.
it, no.
Yeah, people were kind of doubtful, but people were still on Amber's side because they're like, "Oh, no way!" And then Johnny's like, "Yeah, not sure."
And then the news came out. And he's like, Johnny Depp is building a case, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And then
Oh,
he kept building. And now it's happening.
Yeah.
Like just that literal clip of fucking. She's like, "Tell the world, Johnny, that you're being abused," and he's like, "I will." And fucking.
Yeah.
She
She was screaming like, "No one's gonna believe you."
Like, who's gonna believe
Yeah.
you? Tell the world. See who believes you. And
then she
literally-
starts crying in court, like, "Oh my god, I feel
Yeah.
bad for me."
Yeah.
He called me names.
Bobini.
I only shit in his bed.
Cheated on him
And
twice.
chopped his finger off.
Yeah.
Called me like,
I tried so hard to just sit on this couch and do nothing.
No, she's gonna go sit on Elon's rocket.
Oh boy, dude! They think about. I heard things of like
can we
him
talk
coming
about
to
the
the
fact
car.
that
case.
Elon had a black eye while he dated Amber Heard?
Okay,
Like,
Yeah. I saw
I
that
mean-
picture. Yeah.
we saw those pics.
I'm gonna say here that
Here's like,
all celebrities are probably fucking nuts
yeah,
because they deal with everybody in the
Okay.
entire world knowing them.
Think about this. They were all theater kids at one point.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What are you
Child.
saying, bitch?
Have you seen it?
Are you saying
Childhood
theater
thing.
children grow up to abuse their like spouses or partners?
Probably. You know what my evidence is?
Here's like,
None. I made it the fuck up.
Good. That's bogus. Bogusness, sir.
It is a crazy place, though. Like, imagine being a kid and just growing up with the whole world
saw
knowing
you.
who you are.
Yeah.
And wanting to know your every move. You like, the whole world depends on you doing the right thing because they know your every step. That's got to be a crazy.
I watched a
place.
video recently about the Sprouse twins.
Yeah.
and their careers and stuff like that, and it seems like their parents really kept their heads on straight and let them know. Like,
Zach and Cody.
yeah, when they were done filming The Sweet Life before On Deck, I guess they got jobs as teenagers and worked for like 2 years before they came back and did On Deck.
okay, good.
That's
And the reason
good.
for that was
Yeah.
their parents were like, you know,
didn't
your
want to
life
be
doesn't
brainwashed.
revolve around you being famous, and you didn't
Right.
realize
Go
that.
be normal.
Something could happen. You could be dropped at any
So
second.
yeah, Dylan, who played Zach in the show, he went to college and he knows how to brew beer, and he has his
Wow.
own brewery, and he like has his own like process and method of brewing his own, and there's a huge
Probably
community out there that
Boston
thinks that
Lager.
he's a huge poser, and he's like, oh, he's just trying to ride a wave because he's
Right.
Zach from Zach and Cody,
Mm,
and it's like,
right.
no, he's really passionate about it.
Gold
Yeah.
Sprouts.
He knows what he's doing, and he's studied it for a long time, and he's really trying to do it.
And the most important part is, they're not basing their
So
life
based.
upon this celebrity
Yeah.
appearance. They're building an actual skill and building a legacy, most importantly. They have guidance that's much needed, There's a lot of people that get famous, and they're just
Their
given
parents
this...
are bleeding them for money, and then
Yeah.
Right.
now they're trying to bleed for their own money once they
Like
get
Drew
past 18.
Barrymore. Her mom,
Yeah.
she was a
Yeah.
baby. Even during ET, she was drinking alcohol. Mom would make her drink alcohol.
She took her to clubs with
Yeah.
her as a small child. Have y'all ever seen anything about Samantha McCarthy from? She played.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, Jeanette McCurdy. I'm
Jeanette
so
McCurdy.
Oh, yeah.
She played
Sam.
Sam.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she has a book called "I'm Glad My Mom Died"
Wow.
because of the same things. Pushed her
Holy
into
shit.
childhood acting.
Dan Schneider did
That's probably why she's not in the newer iCarly.
Basically gave her an eating disorder.
I was about to say she probably walked away.
They
because-
probably offered it to her, but she was like, no.
I don't think that Eric Andre interview helped either. Do you remember what the man that interview opens up and he's like Jeanette McCurdy, and she comes and sits down, and the first thing that Eric says to her is, "So your nudes leaked online," and she said, "To be fair, they weren't nudes." And he's like, "I got a picture of him right here," and he flips up a picture of Obama with his dong out. And she looked like she was getting ready to leave until she saw the photo. And went, all right. And the interview was worse, and it got crazier, and it felt like they only brought her on the show to just
Fuck with her.
fuck with her. Or something.
Well, Eric Andre is a menace. To
All he does is
society,
fuck
and
with
that's
people,
His
but-
entire brand.
It's art.
Yeah.
The thing about Eric Andre is he says he records with celebrities for an hour, so I wonder if he really does like get to know them for 55 minutes and then fucks with them for 5 minutes for the show.
Tortures them.
And that's all they show.
Yeah,
on
that's the
TV.
5-minute bit.
The 5 minute bits is just him fucking with them. Like, oh man.
They just like
That's so
sprinkles it in so they're extra confused. Like everything's going fine, and they just say something so out of pocket, and they're like, "Wait, huh?"
My fucking favorite one, I forget who he had on the show, but he like started like he was about to start fighting this guy, and the guy got super fucking pissed. He was like, "Let's fucking go!" And Eric just starts taking off all his clothes, and he's like,
Yeah.
and he sits back down. And he gets butt ass naked, and then gets into a bath, and he's like, "That motherfucker's not joking."
Play
the flame. That motherfucker ain't
I
joking.
forget the guy that was sitting next to him, but it's like the co-host of the show, and he's like, "This show sucks." And he's like, "Yeah, man, this is weird." He just fucking kicks him in the face.
Oh, Hannibal Buress, yeah.
Hannibal's just, "This show sucks," and he's like, "Yeah, man," and he's just he kicks him in the face.
Hannibal's
Okay.
fucking amazing, though.
So I
Hannibal's
said there was
hysterical
three
as
things I was
well.
going to show you. There's the Ian Kung video. I want to show you Hannibal Buress kicking him in the face. And there was one thing I mentioned early in the episode. Does anybody remember what it was? Because I forgot.
No.
I forgot.
Damn it! I gotta watch the episode
Forgot.
over again.
Oh, sorry, Cyrus.
But one of the better Eric Andre moments is when he got Chance the Rapper to be a guest,
Okay.
and they almost gave him 0 screen time, and it was hilarious because he was naked in a bathtub. Instead of sitting on the couch like most normal celebrities, they got Chance the Rapper to sit naked in a bathtub, and they didn't even have the camera aimed at him. Like, he's like, yeah, I guess. And then they brought in another celebrity, I forget who it was, and then they just forgot about Chance the Rapper sitting in a bathtub naked.
Just vibing.
Just vibing.
Having a good time.
Just vibing.
Get a nice
bro.
bath in. Those nice salts.
Someone probably off camera just brought him a bunch of toys, and they were like, "Just interchange yourself."
Yeah. Have fun, bud.
Play.
They even
Have
gave him
fun.
one of the back scrabber brushes, and he was just sitting there, just like, yeah, man, okay.
He's like the fucking Steve-O of our generation. Just balls to the wall, no censors whatsoever. Absolute fucking savage.
What else has he done besides, like, I haven't really seen much of, like, his crazy shit, so to
He's a
speak.
comedian, so he does stand up.
Wait, really?
Stand up, yeah.
He's not just a rapper?
Yeah, Eric Andre?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chance the Rapper.
No,
No.
Eric
Oh,
Andre's
Chance the
done
Rapper's
some
a
fucking
rapper.
bizarre
Okay, I thought that's...
Please say
that's-
Chancellor.
His entire
Chancellor the
show
Rapper.
is jackass worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in the new Jackass for, like, a little bit.
He is.
Deliver
Yeah,
a
is he?
piece
So
of-
I
is
haven't seen that.
Tyler the Creator.
That was
Yeah.
That was
hilarious.
hysterical.
Fuck you, Jeff Tremaine. Come sit on the bench.
Come
here.
Bench.
He
I'm
pretty-
not stupid.
Yeah, because at one point it was like a tap dancing thing, and Tyler
Okay.
was playing piano, and they were
So
shocking the
fucking
people
funny.
standing on the stage, and they kept falling over, and Tyler
He,
fell
like,
at his bench and
grabbing
he
his
picked it
ass,
up, and he's like, "I'm not sitting on that. I ain't fucking stupid. There's metal on that bench." They got
He
him
tried
to
to tell
sit
him,
back
"Oh,
down on the bench, and
It's
he's
from
sitting
the
there playing,
keys,
and
and
they
he goes,
shocked
"I'm
him.
gonna fucking stupid."
Oh my god,
And he gets
dude.
mad at Jeff Tremaine. He's like, "Fuck you, Jeff. Sit on the bench," and he pretty much walks him over and throws him on the bench.
That's great.
And he does it. He sits on the bench
Yeah.
and gets himself electrocuted.
Tyler the Creator is a genuinely funny human being, but I
Yes.
could see why he's probably a total dickhead.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
for
Watching
sure.
him
It's so worth
flailing
it.
on the
He
floor,
just
clenching
wants
his
that.
ass, made my entire year.
Nardwar just did another video
Yeah,
with him.
his third one with him.
Yeah, that was fucking cool. I watched that the other day. And yeah, he's just got this it's a very attractive personality that Tyler's got. He's
He's a great entertainer.
he
Knows.
really is.
It's because he's all about having fun, and he's not afraid to show how much he wants to have fun.
Yeah.
My favorite thing he did was the thing. What was it? Noisy by I think it's Vice or one of those channels or something like that. But they
Okay.
had a series where they had Tyler the Creator just do a bunch of things where he was creating things. Like,
Okay.
Tyler
Yeah,
Creator.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So they had him make like music, and then they had him draw, and then they had him do like his own claymation video. You can find it on YouTube. It's like 20 seconds. He made a short, and it was
Okay.
him molding the clay the entire time.
For
The other one was is he designed a go-kart, and he was like, okay, it's gonna be electric, and this thing's gonna go fast. And he basically gave these dudes the entire script to what he wanted this go-kart to be.
Yeah.
And he came out and he looked at it. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" He was like all pissed because it was this small, dingy little cart with super small off. You know those one wheels?
yeah.
Yeah.
They took 4 of those and put those on the side of the car.
Oh my
And those
god.
were the wheels, and they used the same motors and stuff like that. And he
Damn.
was like, he was pissed. You could tell he was mad the entire time he was looking at this go kart because instead of a big steering wheel, because he was like, I want something that I can really feel like I'm controlling. They gave him a PS3 remote.
Oh my god.
So the controller was a PS3 remote on this go kart, and he was pissed until he got in it, and that thing was zipping around at 30 miles an hour. I was like, whoa, whoa! And he ended the video by crashing into one of the producers' fucking cars.
Oh my god.
And he was like, dude, I was mad when I got here, but after riding, I'm sorry, I take it back.
Fucking
That's
amazing.
awesome. I got to
Big
see that
random
video.
car.
That sounds amazing. We'll have it
Sounds
tagged
like
down
a
in the
good fucking
description
time.
too.
He
Yeah.
also said some things I'm not gonna repeat, but he had his feet off at one point. It was like dusty and shit.
Oh man.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Tyler the Creator is a fucking god among men.
Yes.
And Maddie, what did he say when he walked out about Reno? He's like,
Oh, he
What
was
do y'all
talking
have?
about I passed some closed down casinos and some crackheads.
and a Carl's Jr.
And
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. Yeah.
Yes,
Some
sir.
good shit. I'm like,
Why the fuck
what's
do y'all
good,
live
boo-boo?
here?
It's like
Did you guys like
that,
that?
that doesn't
concert?
describe where he
Oh
was.
my
in
god.
Reno.
You know what he
such
said?
a
Yeah.
good show.
You know what he said he was doing the night before? He
What's
was
that?
in LA watching Big Mouth.
That's
Oh my
funny
God.
as hell.
He's like, I was on my couch watching Big Mouth last night. And he's like, damn, I gotta fucking go to Reno tomorrow.
That's funny, dude. That's fucking cool. I hope to see him.
He comes
see
here
him
often, though,
perform
huh?
one day.
He came here for Igor, and no, he hasn't been here since the Igor tour. And I was shocked because I remember reading the tour, and I was like, oh, is he going to like Sacramento? Reno? I was like, we got him in Reno? Yeah, I bought tickets that night. I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, my little sister went too. She said that show was fucking
It was
amazing.
awesome.
10 out of 10.
You were wearing a wig, weren't you?
I have a picture.
I have a
It's
picture
right
of
here.
me with him with that wig on.
You took the picture.
That's awesome.
Oh, look, it's in the video right now.
There you
Whoa.
go.
Movie magic.
Hey.
Oh, you should look at that.
Insert
Oh, yeah.
clip. I'm sorry for my
You,
face.
you still have the pink one? Because I still have the yellow one. It's on my O'Neill hat.
I have all my pins.
Yeah.
And I have my neon yellow Igor and the puppets shirt.
Yep. Because that wig came with 2 pins, and I was like, here, take one.
Did you guys collect pins, Barn Door, Oscar?
You remember that beanie that I had? I had
Oh
a few, I had a few of them. Yeah, it wasn't like Noah's. Like Noah had one that was just fucking completely
Speaking
covered.
of Igor, what's excuse me, so sorry. What's good came on the neighborhood Spotify radio the other day, and I was so lost. But I was mad because that's my shit.
What's
you know?
Good is a fantastic song.
Oh my god,
He
such a
played
bop.
the cool thing about him coming to Reno was he played every song on Igor except for I Don't Love You Anymore. That was it. He played every song off of Igor.
Love it.
Damn.
So
whole album.
good.
The whole album minus
That's
that
why
one
it's
song.
one,
So
yeah.
it was
The whole
all,
bitch.
13 songs off of Igor.
That's
Crazy.
dope.
And then he played like his hits. He played I Fucking Hate You, did the
Yep,
first verse of
yep,
Yonkers. He never goes
He
past
had
the
like
first verse of
rain on
Yonkers anymore.
stage.
Really?
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool. He played She, with
Yes.
Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean wasn't there, but you
Oh.
hear the backing track.
There he is. There he goes.
I think when I saw Green Day, it was when Revolution Radio came out. I'm pretty sure they played the entire album when we saw
Really?
it.
That's cool.
Okay, I saw Metallica
Hell yeah.
last
Yeah.
time I was here,
Yeah.
and listened to them play all of the Black from bottom to top.
That's amazing.
That's
cool.
fucking
Wow.
sick.
That's
cool.
amazing.
That's fucking
It
sick.
was a great night.
Aftershock is definitely on my bucket list. I don't know about you guys.
Come with me.
Okay, let's do it.
go.
Let's do it.
I'm
Fuck
already.
yeah.
I got my ticket. I'm there.
All right.
I'm going already.
We're doing
fucking
it.
going.
Waiting.
We're doing it.
When is it?
I'll
When is it?
sneak in.
It's in October. It's like my birthday week.
October.
Like every
Oh,
year.
wow.
Okay.
You
Dude.
too, you big dumb bitch.
Fuck Brandon.
No,
She's
it's
been
a
trying to get me to
Cobras-
go for like the last 3 years.
Literal,
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
years.
It's
You
been a
you
dream
got
of mine
baby, You got a
forever.
baby now, though.
I have my
little
excuses,
niece.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
take care of her first, or I'll fuck you up.
My.
Last year we
that's
really
always
That's
they
the
want.
threat.
Last year
That's
we
always
couldn't
they
afford it.
I know.
I was living on my own, paying $1,400 in rent.
I could never.
I was like, how much for a ticket?
Hey,
No,
Big
sorry.
props.
No, thank you.
Big props.
you were
Twice
hard.
as
That's
much
just
as I
hard.
do easy.
No, Barndor, you're about the best dad I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
shout out to you, buddy.
Shout out to Barndor,
Hey,
Dad.
you work your butt off for that little
Do.
girl, and it
You
shows,
do.
buddy.
You know.
We all
Dad
see
Barn.
it.
And now we're here.
Dad
with
Barn. Dad's
Barn
green.
dad.
Barn
Barn
dad.
dad.
Barn
Dad.
dad
Screen dad.
heard here first. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
No,
bud.
it's all about family in the end. That's
Yeah,
what
once-
we're all.
When she's
doing
talking
this
more,
for.
we'll have Ellie on the podcast.
Unless you're already.
We'll have her do like censor bits. We'll make her do like make
Dude,
noise.
You just gotta have her say bye.
Not to
Yeah.
steal an idea from the Worst Little podcast, but every Christmas they do a Christmas episode and they
Yeah.
bring like everyone's family on the show.
Oh.
And then after they record it, they one of the hosts, his daughter, I forget how old she is now, but ever since she was like a little girl, they just bring her into this room, put her on a mic, and they're just like, "Hey, say fuck you, bitch." You know how they record Ike for South
Yeah.
Park? They literally do that for like an hour, and then they just have this sound, just add to the sound clip. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
That's cool though.
If you ever
Shout
have a
out to
chance,
the
dude,
Biggest Little.
always Worst Little podcast.
Worst little.
The Worst
I'm
Little
sorry.
podcast. Yep.
Worst little podcast.
I
out of Reno,
think
Nevada.
I think they're on Spotify now.
Oh
So
really?
yeah, so definitely check them out. I think forget which season I was in. I'd have to go back and check. But in some of the earlier seasons, it was just after we graduated, when 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
So whatever the current season is, 4 or 5 years from back, I was Private Pile, the intern.
Okay.
If anyone was like, "Get a beer," and they're like, "Pile."
Pile.
You
I remember
hear
those days.
you hear a door open, and then I run downstairs to the garage, grab beers, and then open the door and say, "Yeah."
Yep, I remember Barndor leaving the game chat, and he's all, okay, podcast time. I'm like, okay, see you later, buddy.
Every Monday night, I went over there. I set up all the mics with Rick, and then we'd usually have all the mics set up 30 minutes before the first band member showed up, and we'd sit around for about an hour and a half while all the band members showed up, and then we'd get all the mics and shit and everything set up for the band, and we'd just sit there and chill, and then about an hour and a half later, the last host would show up, and about 3/4 of the time, one of them would be like, "We've been sitting around for an hour," and then someone would go, "Oh, they're not making it tonight. All right, let's start."
Yeah, that's kind of how we do it.
Yeah.
It's literally the same setup. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like it's really a lot that goes on. It's like, oh fuck, something's going on. It's like, no, that's just what happens.
Yeah.
Like it's just the setup.
It's as easy as getting your buddies together and just chatting,
Yeah.
recording it and putting it online.
That's literally
I'm
what.
grabbing a special guest like Maddie.
Yeah.
Just grab anybody.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm a
girl.
literal newbie. Never done this in my entire life. So.
Again, we still need to do the blood sacrifice at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a
Yeah.
joke.
That was
That's
good.
fine.
I've got the goat in the backyard.
It's okay. I'm hardcore. I'm here.
Hell
We turn
yeah.
on Cannibal Corpse while it happens.
Cannibal Cor- Let's go.
I saw a meme once where it was like, my neighbor told me to asked me to turn down my metal music late at night. I was keeping them up at night, and I told them, well, if I turned down the music, you'd hear the goat screaming.
It's a good answer.
Great.
It's a good answer.
Pick your poison, bud.
Hell yeah.
Blood sacrifice or heavy metal?
Metal or goat screaming.
Lying on the cold hard ground.
Oh my.
For sure. Well, we've been at
Hour
it
and
for
20 minutes.
about
That's a good one.
Yeah.
hour.
Closing remarks.
I had something I said last night that I wanted to mention.
Moon Night. You said
No,
you're
it
gonna do it
wasn't
every
Moon Knight.
night.
I was talking to Cyrus. It's NASCAR. So,
All right.
NASCAR.
we talked about NASCAR in a few episodes, like a long time ago before,
Yeah.
and I had mentioned that there's a number 3 racer now,
Yeah.
and I had said at the time I didn't like it because if you don't know about NASCAR, Dale Earnhardt Sr. drove the number 3 car,
Okay.
and I think it was in 2003, 2004, sometime around then.
Yeah.
He tragically died, and it was. He ended up hitting the outside wall, I think. Like, he went around into the turn, and, like, it was just... The walls that they had at the time weren't, like, shock absorbent. They were just solid, and the car literally just went
Exploded.
in. And there was no, like, whiplash protection.
It didn't explode. It just hit the wall.
He literally he hit the wall and died on impact.
Wow.
And since then, there has been zero... There has not been a single NASCAR fatality since Dale Earnhardt
Nice.
because of every single... From the walls that they implement into that to all the safety gear. If you see, like, the inside thing of the cameras, they are looking forward, and they can look, like, that far at a time.
Yeah.
Because they have a thing right there, and they are completely strapped into, like, a carbon fiber strong steel cage. Like,
Yeah.
the rest of the car can crumple, but where they're sitting at, the worst thing that can happen to them is oil leaking on them in a fire and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's why the fire
that's
suits.
why they have the suit on.
Yeah.
But what I learned was the guy that's, I forget his name, but it's the same sponsor brand, Goodwin something, that was Dale
Okay.
Earnhardt's brand.
Okay.
Literally, I don't know why, but for some reason it popped up in my YouTube feed. It was 2021's Daytona 500,
Okay.
which is like the big race.
Yeah.
It's a big
Daytona, yeah.
it's a big American race. And I didn't know that they did it, but whenever number 3's racing on the 3rd lap, literally everyone in pit row and just basically everyone in the stands holds up a number 3 and just like in honor of Dale,
Right.
Oh, wow.
Dale
That's
Dale
awesome.
Senior, Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that they'd done that. And I was like, okay, I respect that they have his number back on the track, that they're honoring him in that way.
Yeah, that's
Because they had his
fucking
number retired for over a decade, and I was like, my dad, when they put his number back on, he was like, that's stupid. That was his number. He didn't like it.
Yeah.
But after I saw that they're doing that, love that.
That's really cool that they're like the whole crowd gets all together and then
Yeah.
the pictures.
It's like how Jackie Robinson's
it's-
number was retired league wide. Like, nobody's allowed to wear 42 in the MLB anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's awesome.
Like,
is there
it's-
any other is there like any other numbers in other sports that are like that?
I don't think
Um,
so. Like,
Is it just like
So
MLB?
it comes to teams mostly.
teams retire their own numbers, but
Yeah.
the MLB stepped in and they league wide retired 42.
Yeah,
Wow.
like the number 3 car in NASCAR for the longest time wasn't a car, but I think it might have been because the number 3 is the same sponsor. It's like the Goodwin car.
Yeah.
It's the same team that Dale Earnhardt Sr. drove for, so that's probably why they were able to use the number 3 because it was their team, but the rest of the league never used a 3.
Okay.
Right.
I remember
cool, though.
good old 24 Jeff Gordon going out there good.
Hey, Oscar, guess how many numbers the Raiders have retired?
24.
0. They haven't retired a single number.
Yeah, because we trade them all off
Yep.
straight away, baby.
Well, because if we were to retire numbers, 12 would have been gone when Stabler got traded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who's he?
He won
Jesus
the first
Christ.
Super Bowl with Madden.
Oh,
Madden.
okay.
Yeah, and then we traded him to. Fuck, I don't remember where we traded him to. I think he went to the Oilers.
The Oilers.
Oilers.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that was
That was
a long
a
time
long
ago.
time ago.
That's
That was
the nowadays
Pittsburgh,
Houston.
right?
Yeah, we traded him, and then we picked up Plunkett from the
Houston.
Patriots.
They were the
Oilers.
Houston Oilers, now they're
Wow.
the Houston Texans.
Wow.
But if not, that means Rich Gannon would have never wore 12.
Wow.
Other people wouldn't have worn 12.
12.
But like
Brady.
24, like Willie Brown wore 24.
Yeah.
And then Charles Woodson wore 24.
Yeah.
And then
Jeff
Marshawn
Gordon wore
Lynch wore
24.
24.
Really?
Marshawn Lynch. Yeah.
If you retire
Yeah.
those numbers, nobody would have been able to wear that number.
Right.
Like 24 is probably the biggest like historical number for the Raiders because so many legends have wore 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to 24.
We have
It's
a
a good number
lamp
to
with
play.
a Charles Woodson jersey on it. Yeah, when he was on the Packers, he wore 21 because I think 24 was retired from
21.
the Packers.
Randy Ryan.
21.
21.
We have a big Randall Cobb jersey on the wall now.
Yeah.
Number 18 for the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
Shout out to Randall Cobb.
Thank you, Randall Cobb. You inspire us greatly.
Not in football, but in our journey.
If anybody
Yeah.
has a Randall Cobb Texans jersey, we'd love it.
Yeah.
And then we need like fireplace kindling, so send us your Watson jersey. Fucking loser. You know what Deshaun Watson is?
I don't know fuck about sports.
Good.
Burning shit up.
Fucking loser.
Yeah, he's a loser.
He's a alleged serial rapist. He has
Oh.
Ew.
he has 23 pending cases. And the
Oh.
Browns went, yeah, we'll throw you all this money. Fuck the Browns.
Ew.
Dumb
Fuck the
Browns.
Browns indeed.
Jesus.
We felt so
Fuck
bad for the
anyone
Browns,
making
and then they turn
rapists
around and do
rich
this.
and famous.
How dare they?
Yeah.
How dare they?
Sons of bitches.
They gave him over 100 million guaranteed.
They're just as good as Dan Schneider.
Ugh.
that feet loving prick.
Loser.
Schneider. That's Schneider.
Oh,
Disgusting.
Deshaun Watson's a
Schneider
loser.
or Snyder?
Snyder's the
Schneider.
football guy.
Snyder. is the football
Schneider's for you guys. Snyder's football guy.
Yeah, Schneider.
Schneider.
Schneider and Snyder.
Yeah.
Schneider is
Schneider's Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
We've talked about this like 5 times.
Fans are like,
fuck
okay,
that Schneider.
shut up, dude.
Too.
He
That's
always worms his fucking way into conversations.
Hey, Worms? WMD?
Holy
We haven't played that in a
Jesus.
minute.
God damn.
We got Jackbox on the table, NBA, Halo, Worms.
Oh, yeah.
Bet.
Popping off tonight.
Yeah, man.
Bless you.
I turned my mic on.
Thank you. It's
I
okay.
didn't mean to.
No, you're good.
Well, I think that's a good
Like it's power.
wrapping up point for this episode, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it is a good wrapping point. Well said. No.
Well then.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you for
Maddie,
joining us, Maddie.
Yeah,
No,
Thank you
y'all
for
so
joining
much
us,
for letting me,
indeed.
like, hang and
Yeah, it was a
talk.
pleasure having you
Thank
over here.
Absolutely. Your Instagram again is
It's Claws by Cap, all K's, Claws _ by.
So
_
you're
Cap.
1K away from being really bad.
Yeah.
It's actually a KBK, okay.
yeah,
K-
easy there,
KBK.
buddy.
Yeah.
Get used to
There
it.
you go.
Shout out to
No
you. though.
triples. We don't fuck around there. But I can't help it.
That's how you go to jail in
Initial,
Monopoly.
girl, don't fuck with me. That's not my fault.
Always support local business
Yeah.
and
yeah.
support us on our Patreon. We're making a movie.
Hey, we're a
Help us
local
out.
business.
Yeah, yeah. We give you guys videos, okay? Gameplay, podcast, and all, and more.
We show
Soon.
you our lives,
Yeah,
like parts of them.
yeah.
Little bits.
And Barn Door's a cam girl. You know,
Yeah, your OnlyFans is out there. Cyrus' OnlyFans is out there.
Nobody's
Cyrus's
found it.
OnlyFans is out
Nobody's
there.
found it.
If you guys find it, I will give you $25.
What do you mean? I'm gonna give Cyrus $25. I'm gonna find it.
I find it myself.
Hey, that's my promise. You guys find Cyrus's OnlyFans, I'll give you $25. That's a promise. Inbox it to Cabros on Instagram or Twitter, and
Just
that's
give
where
me
you guys
your
can find us.
routing number and account number to your bank account.
The number's on the back.
Oh, and your social and mine
Yeah.
to me like your birth certificate.
You're gonna get a text
What's your
message
address,
about
by
an
the way?
authorized pin.
Yeah.
What was your name of your first pet?
Oh, and your blood type.
For good measure.
Yeah.
You know
Just
that's
so
how
really know
people
too.
used to steal passwords.
Really?
You know those blockchain texts on Facebook where people put in all their favorite stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite house? What's your favorite color?
Where was the first place you lived as a kid?
Yeah.
Please list all your schools here. So, yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Shout out to all you people that did that.
Not me.
Yep.
I didn't have enough people on my phone to text. So that was
Womp womp.
Yeah. Find us on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok,
All of them.
all the good
SoundCloud.
stuff. SoundCloud. Indeed.
Oh,
Check out the fucking SoundCloud.
Do
He
it.
of
puts
the week.
beats on there. They're really
beats
good.
of the week.
Do it.
Have you checked out his beats, Oscar?
I've been
I do
listening to
one
his
beat a
beats.
week.
They're good.
Good
One
beats.
beat.
They're good beats.
One per week.
It's the
Check
beat
them
of the
out,
week.
guys.
Do it.
He does a beat of the week. It's pretty good.
All right, I'm into it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to go get stoned again.
Hey.
We'll catch you next week. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you all. See you next time.
I want to
Bye-bye.
fuck Sandy.